Hello, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is an armed solo that we will get into here. All right, and thanks for the request, by the way. Here we go. Nice opening statement. So the foot stop, I appreciate. I really do. I also appreciate, and I have to go back here. So right here. No, a little before that. I like that hard stop. That was good. But you had another stop there. You had another stop, and then you continued on, and then you did the same thing here. Great catch. That really worked well. And then the foot stop here, but you don't you let the rifle smack off of the foot, and then you continue. And while that's what you've done is just fine, you can add some more emphasis there, and it would communicate better with your audience if you did add the emphasis. So back here, when you there's a glitch, so it'll reload. Back here at the beginning, when you earlier before that, there, that catch would have been great to just pause just a split second longer and then continue. And then here, see, you do that pause, and that's great. That works really well because it gives people time to comprehend what you're doing because it's going by so quickly. The same with the foot stop. Had it been more solid and not bounced off your foot, and I know that can be a difficult feat to achieve with just having that solid stop. But if you do that, it is more impactful for that moment. Sorry, it's going to glitch again. But that's what you're wanting to do is provide as much impact for those moves as possible. Nice transition into just a normal present arms. That works well. It was exhibition move right into present. That worked. I appreciate it. So the facing movement doesn't work though. So I got to pause here. Hopefully it doesn't glitch again. So the facing movement completely undermines what you're doing. You have a vast vocabulary. Already, I can see that. A nice vocabulary of movement that needs just a tiny bit of refining here and there, but I really appreciate the horizontal and the vertical flow through all of the performance so far, and we're only in 40 seconds. So you're doing really well, but that facing movement, let me butt the two together. You went to present arms, but you executed a facing movement. So an exhibition move that you used to whip the rifle around and then go right into present, an unorthodox method of getting to present, that worked well because it was an exhibitionized regulation movement. That was okay because of the if you look at the timeline, you had great vocabulary here, tiny bit of regulation movement right there just into present arms, but it's surrounded then by more exhibition movements, and that works well. This transition of the facing movement right there is fine. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I do think there's a more effective way for you to move instead of nicely done. That really works well. Great planning with your feet. The high step marching backwards. Excellent catch there. That was very good. But you can see now here you're crisscrossing. You're using, so you have the from the chest up, you're using that area. You have from the chest to the knees, you're using that area to spin. Both front and back, you have the area. You're using all of this as you transition back and forth, letting the rifle take you around, really, around the drill area. But back here with that facing movement, I won't click on it again, but right there with that facing movement, that's you taking the rifle with you, because that's where you're going to go. So you could have transitioned into that movement, marching backwards at that angle. You could have done that without the facing movement, and it would have looked much more natural. So the movement that you used to get to present arms, very natural. That movement right there, the facing movement to get into the marching backwards at the high step, the marching backwards and high step worked really well. That was great programming there. The flow works well. The beginning doesn't. Okay, there's a much more effective way to transition into that movement besides the facing movement. Nicely done. See, good pause there. Really works well. Now, the stomp and right shoulder, not sure if really you want to continue with that. Excellent stop there as well. So, right here, why do this? Does it add to your performance, or does it bring it down to a certain level? Do you want that there? Obviously, you created it, and that's the performance that you developed. Do you want to show that you can march at right shoulder, or do you want to show that you can do more than that? Because you've already shown that throughout the let's say minute 10 and the 5 seconds of marching at right shoulder. It's bringing your performance level back down quite a bit, because let's face it, anybody in this uniform, almost anybody, can march at right shoulder. That's just a fact. Not everybody can do what you're doing with the rifle. And I love the color too. Really works well. Minimal tape design on there too, which is really quite good. Less is more. And it looks like you have black and white tape, little circles there. That's excellent. Great job. You have virtually no repetition, which shows that you have an incredibly extensive vocabulary. So why pause there? Is that to catch your breath? Excellent stop. Look at that. Horizontal, just perfect. So is that to catch your breath? Was marching at right shoulder to give you a little bit of a breather? And I get it if the head down pause at right shoulder, the marching at right shoulder, if those are two programmed pauses for you to go, all right, now let's continue. And I understand that. However, a performance is going to use every single second, every single moment to communicate positively with the audience. Not that those two are negative communication. Something else might be. That was, I hardly ever burst out laughing like that, but that was great. And I would also, I love that little wave goodbye. That was an excellent addition, totally unexpected, very nice. The arm stop and the wave, that was perfect. Now, then you just march out at right shoulder. I would say, and the judges, you need to stop. It's reported out, so I'm going to head over and fill out my sheet, and next. This is not an assembly line. You're judging a performance that took hours to design and months to practice. Come on. You got to stay there and you got to watch your performer. Boy, it's so disappointing. You're not finished until he crosses the line. Actually, if he's performing out and performs a closing statement after he stepped over the line, it's still part of the performance. What are you doing, judges? All right, no soapbox here. Anyway, so I love that report out. That was just fantastic. But here, then just to go to right shoulder, it's a bit of a it's a little bit of a letdown, honestly. The hype that you create, the energy and the impact that you have throughout most of your performance, man, that's just fantastic. And then it's kind of all right, I'm finished performing, and now I'm just gonna do my thing, come out, and I really think that you should perform out, create more of your performance. Even if it's you could backtrack your entrance. Just something. Do your whole entrance in reverse. You go to present, and then you have the arm stop with the wave, and I like that. But when you're at present, you could then reverse everything that you've done coming in. Something to think about. Just kind of a wrap up of the performance. Got like bookends almost. Anyway, and then a closing statement would also be nice as well. It just completes the whole performance there. You're leaving your audience a little desiring for this performance, not for you to perform again, like a curtain call. Yeah, oh, that was great, wonderful, which this was just fantastic. Loved it, absolutely loved it. This is a high box 4 type of performance. It really is. You would, out of a scale of 100, you're up there in the low to mid 80s, and if you have more to the performance in those couple of areas that I talked about, then yeah, easily high 90s. That would be just fantastic. Anyway, so I hope my comments have been helpful. I really appreciate this. This was just fantastic. Thank you.